Hi there boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Random Geek channel. And today we're doing another unboxing and first impressions video. And today we're looking at the iRobot Braava Jet 240. So this is a mopping robot, iRobot, you're probably aware, pretty famous brand. Everyone knows it for its Rumba series, so they do robot vacuum cleaners. But a lot of people are unaware that iRobot also do mopping robots, and I'm not talking about the combination vacuum cleaners that do 2-in-1, which they will vacuum the floor and they will mop the floor by using a drip feed system. Those have been done pretty much by everyone. You know, iRobot does one. You know, Robo Rock, you name it. Ecovacs actually does it as well. They work quite mediocre. They do a passable job in terms of mopping, and half the time they just smear the mess around. So recently, a range of companies have started looking at mopping robots, and that's all they do. They mop the floor. So if you've got a product that does a singular purpose, it's usually going to do it a lot better. And in this case, iRobot have actually done quite a good job. And we're just going to, so first things first, the full review is coming. This is just going to be like an unboxing and first impressions. So what I think about it at the moment, I'm going to run through its paces later on, and the full review will be coming probably in the next couple of weeks, if I've given time. So you guys are probably aware that everyone's actually probably self-isolating or stay-home notices, whatever your country calls it. So you've probably spent a lot of time cleaning their house, or in my case, because I spend a lot of time in the hospital and I've got no time to actually clean the house. This is a product that's going to make things easier. So if you don't like cleaning, or you want to save time cleaning, or you want to make cleaning easier, because in this case you only really have to cover the areas that the robot misses, this might be a solution for you. So first things first, I'm going to talk about price. So price wise, this retails for 400 Australian dollars, so it's quite expensive. And the thing is, this isn't a new product, but it's only launched in Australia probably about a year ago, and the price has not changed at all. So it's stayed at that same price. iRobot is known for having a large surcharge, I would say, on their products, and yeah, that's just how it is. It's kind of like Apple products. You pay for that extra bit just because it's an iRobot. The thing is, obviously, this is the Random Geek channel, and I do not pay full price for anything. So my job is, well, my hope is to find the best bang for buck item out there. So I actually bought this for 280 Australian dollars. So I said $120, and I imported this from the United States. So you can actually save a lot of money if you go down that option. I am expecting that it's going to have a US power adapter on it, but that's not going to be an actual issue, is because the battery for this robot is actually independent, so it is a removable battery. So folks, to remember back when mobile phones had removable batteries, you know, your old school like Nokia's, fantastic, the first generation Samsungs. I really miss those days, and having a removable battery does extend the lifetime of this robot, because you can buy replaceable batteries quite easily for third-party options. So given that most chargers will accept 110 to 240 volts, and normally at 50 to 60 hertz, I don't believe this is going to be like an issue as long as you have a power adapter. But we'll have a look when we open the box. I'm not too sure. Even if it runs at a slower voltage and frequency, it doesn't really matter, because I've got multiple step-down transformers in the workshop. It's not going to be an issue. And given the fact that this one does not have a docking station at all, yeah, it's just an independent like charger. So this device, you just pop it in an area, let it do its thing. Once it's done, you move it to like another site, and you leave it running. And the battery life on this thing is I think it's rated at 120 minutes or something, so probably even longer, but we will go through that in the full review. So first things first, so another point, I keep saying that, so another point is that this range of robot mopping robots, there's 3 models. The 240 is the budget model. It does lack the smart features of the other robots, but it does contain like a lot of advantages, and we'll go through that in the full review. So it starts off at the 240, then you get the 380T, and the premium model, which is the M6, which has all these 3 smart functions, and it also you can connect it with the i7 or the S9 robot vacuum cleaners if you have other robot models. It's got imprint technology on those ones, but you will be paying a premium price, so roughly like 3 times the price of what you get this one. So if you've got the money, well, what the heck, you spend the money however you like it. So first things first, we're just gonna go around the box and have a look just to see what it is. First things first is I like the size of this box. So it looks bigger on camera because I've got the camera zoomed up all the way, but it's roughly the size of it's about 3/4 of the size of your standard shoebox. So really tiny, which means the robot's going to be a lot smaller than that. And the reason why I'm excited about that is this is going to get into those nooks and crannies that your robot vacuum cleaners are going to get into. One of the frustrating things about owning a robot vacuum cleaner is they normally tend to be rounded shaped, or even if they're square, they're quite large and they will not fit into tight nooks and crannies, like those corners, those weird like angles in your house, under like certain tables and chairs, and yeah, pain in the butt, and you still have to go around with your hand vacuum cleaner to clean up the places that it actually misses. The fact that it's tiny, it's going to squeeze into those tight areas. I'm also hoping that given its height, the box is actually quite thin. It's going to fit underneath my TV cabinet and also my couch / sofa, whatever you want to call it. And that's a big bonus for me because I don't have to move any furniture around. It's just going to squeeze under there and it's going to mop those areas, and I'm going to forget about it. So just a disclaimer, this may not replace your mop entirely. These things aren't perfect, and I'm expecting it not to be perfect, but if I just have to walk around the house and do the areas that it's actually missed and do that once a week, that's gonna cut down my time to to actually cleaning my house. And I don't like mopping, I don't like cleaning, so anything that's going to help is going to make it a little bit better. So nice cute little square shaped here. Also, you will notice that it uses a spray. So a lot of the combination vacuum cleaners that have been tried to death, so iRobot, Roborock, Ecovacs have done it. Drip feed system, they just soak the actual pad, and the robot moves around and it smears everything around. Maybe cleans it like a little bit, but it's dependent on how saturated the mopping head is. In this case, we've got a full spray system. It's just going to spray the floor. You can even use just straight water or a cleaning solution. I'm probably putting like a mild cleaner or a disinfectant in there just to clean the floors. So that's on the actual top. Comes with an app, very important. I like things with apps because you can remote control them, you can schedule them. I'm not sure if it's Google or Alexa compatible. I will check that out in the full review, but that's nice that it's got an actual app. Comes with 6 cleaning pads. These are proprietary cleaning pads by iRobot. Comes in the disposable, which I believe the ones in the box are, and you can get washable ones, which I've actually already ordered. So the cost can add up if you're buying the branded ones. There are third-party options. I have bought a third-party option, and I'll be trying that in the review as well. Because if you are buying the branded ones, the cost is going to add up eventually, depending on how often you mop in your house. And it might be cheaper just to buy like a standard mop if you're going to do it that way. So around the box, as I said, going to get in the nooks and crannies. It would be interesting to go around the toilet because you know, like your toilet, oddly shaped. I want to see how close it's going to get to the toilet, and very importantly, if it gets underneath the couch, happy days. On the back, just talking about, so it's not a smart robot. It's got a smart algorithm, so it will clean in back to forwards in straight lines. Well, straight lines in terms of direction, but this thing actually cleans in a Y fashion, so it actually moves like this, and it will overlap, so you will get better cleaning. The bonus that it gets above the 2-in-1 combination robots is the head on the actual robot actually agitates the dirt on the floor, so it gets in a much deeper clean. But we'll have a look at that once we actually open it. So it's Bluetooth compatible. There's an app for iOS users and Android users, and that's pretty much all you get in the box. And obviously free mopping pads. So free mopping pads, you get your wet mopping pad, your damp sweeping, and your dry sweeping. So I'll be really more focused on the wet mopping because this is a mopping robot. That's what you expect it to do. Damp sweeping, I'm not too sure, because sweeping, all you're really doing is just moving the particles around. There's no point if moving the particles if you aren't going to remove the particles. That's why we have vacuum cleaners. So I do find it a bit confusing that it is damp sweeping. I probably won't be using that function at all. But I believe it's good for pet hair. So, but then again, robot vacuum cleaners will take care of that. So I'm a bit confused about that. So I'll be buying 2 replacement pads mainly for the wet mopping because that's what I'll be focusing on. Anyway, let's open it up. So I got my trusty knife. No cool knife yet. This is such an old knife. I'm scared I'll stab myself and get an infection. That's all good. So I'm assuming it just opens up this way. Okay. Okay. So look how cute that is. So very tiny. So we can open up. It's been wrapped in plastic quite nicely. Yeah. Yep. So that's definitely going to fit underneath my couch. This is fantastic. Happy days. So all right, we're just going to take this out. So you've got your manual, so that's just your instruction manual, how to use, and your warranty. We'll put that aside. And there's another box here, which is, I'll move it down here. So you've got your mopping pads, so you've got 2 wet mopping pads, you've got your damp mopping pad, and you've got the dry sweeping. So these are disposable mopping pads. How the actual robot detects which pad you've got on is dependent on that paper cut out there. So the robot will detect which one is attached on, and it will go, okay, I've got the dry one or the wet one, and it will alter how much water sprays out of the nozzle. So if you are buying a replacement mopping pad, make sure it is compatible, and I believe the robot detects with the symbols on the mopping pad, so you will see that the pads are slightly different here. Yeah, so if you buy like a third-party one and it doesn't have those shapes, it won't recognize it. So this is how iRobot makes a little bit of extra money with the thing. If you don't want to go through the mess of buying branded name pads, maybe go with the 380T because it doesn't use that system. So as long as you've got like microfiber cloth, you can actually cut it out and attach it to the robot, and it will work perfectly fine. So I'm just going to put that aside. Alright, so I believe this is the charger. So as I said, external charger. Yep. US plug. So this actually plugs into the wall. That's alright. I've got a an adapter on there, but what I'm more interested is the voltage. Yep, so it does 100 to 240 volts at 50 to 60 hertz. So this is going to be perfectly fine and compatible with the Australian power supply if you're worried. So in this case, I don't even have to use the step down transformer. All we're going to do is attach an Australian New Zealand to a universal adapter. I've got plenty of those around. Plug that straight into the wall. And it comes with a battery, removable battery. How impressive is that? That's going to be fantastic there, because you can actually buy these. So iRobot sell the replaceable batteries for about 90 Australian dollars. You can get third party batteries, which are like a third of the price, and they have like twice the battery capacity. I did have a quick look. I think the battery lasts us for about 180 minutes, I believe. Yeah, so, but we will test that out in the full review. So nothing else in the box. Let's have a look, just to make sure, because I have missed things in the past. That's it. So really simple packaging. I'll move that aside, and we're going to have a quick look at the Robot a bit more. So I'm just going to take off this plastic wrapping. Okay, so really simple. Battery goes on the end there. Button to actually clean. Apparently there's a little laser at the actual back as well, and you can line it up to your edge of your room or your carpets. So, and the robot will remember where it started from, so it won't go past that point. So if you have a carpet edge, you can actually do that as well. So see how the actual front bit actually moves. So this is the agitating head there, and that's the little sensor that will detect which pad you're using. So I'm going to check the third party mopping heads that I do have to make sure that they have that on there. If not, what you can probably do is just draw those edges on there, and it should work. But we're going to try that out. So really basic design, but in this case, if you're doing a mop, it might be, simple is better in this case. Anyway, so that's all you get, and we're gone. So battery, charger, robot, manual, warranty, and your free mopping pads. That's what you get. So yeah, so probably take my advice and buy this online. It's going to save you a lot of money, and I'll be testing out different brands of the replaceable and the washable ones, and we're going to see how effective this is at cleaning my house. I'm pretty excited about this because if this is going to save me time and it's going to save me money, why not? Because time is money, guys. Anyway, that's all there is to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully it might be the review, it might be something else a bit differently, or depending on how things are going. And wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, wash your hands, social, spread it out, stop this thing. We're all in this together, and all I'm gonna say is Random Geek out. Cheers.